Hey, are you stuck on a plateau? Do you want to take your fitness to a whole new level? Then don't skip this video. I'm going to show you exactly how you can take your abs, your core, to the next level. And guess what? It doesn't take 1,000 sit-ups a day or crunches a day like many people think. See, I've made that mistake for a long time, and now I don't do any crunches. I'll teach you exactly what you need to do. I know how frustrating it is when you're trying to, get more results, and you bust your butt in the gym and you're watching what you eat and you're just stuck in that plateau. So I want to help you through the mistakes that I've learned through my experience and through training over 21,000 people now, so that you don't have to go through that. So if you're overwhelmed and you're stuck and you're just like very frustrated with your fitness right now, then this video is for you. And if you want my team and I to help you, just go to elite-raw.com and try a free workout for free at Raw Fitness Elite. Okay, so let's talk about abs. Let's get down to business. So there's several areas of the abs, but that's not exactly where I want you to stay, because that's where most people get stuck. See, anytime you move your upper body, like for example a crunch or a sit-up, you're focusing on the upper abs. When you're moving your lower body, let's say leg raises, let's say flutter kicks, you're targeting more of your lower abs. Then any rotation or any side bend, any movement to the side, of course you focus on the sides. And that's where a lot of people stay, and they just do a bunch of leg raises, a bunch of crunches, a bunch of oblique crunches, and they don't see that much results, right? Now, of course, it has a lot to do with your diet, for you to reveal the abs. But for you to build the abs, it's actually in the gym. They said the abs are made in the kitchen, right? Well, yes and no. They are revealed in the kitchen through what you eat, but they're built in the gym. You get the stimulus in the gym, and then when you leave the gym and you diet, you repair, you recover, and then you reveal them, okay? But here's what I want you to think about. Your abs are not really just made to crunch or lift your legs. The most aggressive and hardcore way to really activate your core is going to be using the core for what it is, which is actually to stabilize, to prevent rotation, to keep you centered, okay? Your core, all of your balance, all of your strength comes from the middle, okay? So for example, instead of doing just crunches, if I just go on this plank and I take one arm out, my body wants to rotate. See, that anti-rotational effect is done by the core, which is just going to hold me there. Picture like the Olympics, those guys that are sprinting the 100 or the 400 meters, and they're going all out. They're not doing sit-ups every day. Have you seen their abs? They're super strong, super developed. And just picture that. Their arms and legs are going on fire, and their core is like rock solid in the middle, doesn't move, super stable. That's what you're shooting for in your training, not just bending towards the side or towards the front, okay? So right now what I'm gonna show you is, instead of showing you extra stuff you can do, I'm gonna show you stuff in the exercise that you probably are already doing, so that you can save more time, but already activate your core like crazy in the exercises that you're probably already doing. So I'm gonna give you 3 combinations of very popular, simple exercises, and how you can tweak them and modify them so you can get that core on fire without having to add extra time in the gym, without having to add extra sets, without having to change your diet, right? That's a whole nother topic, by the way. But just with what you're already doing in the gym, I'm gonna give you some simple tweaks on how you're gonna be able to do this, okay? So the first one's gonna be with a dumbbell, all right? So for sure, you're probably doing an overhead press, right? Whether you're using a barbell to do an overhead press, or a push press, or a thruster, or you're using dumbbells, or you're sitting down on a bench, or you're doing Arnold press, any variation of overhead press, if we really want the core, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna simply do one arm at a time, okay? Now, because the weight is pushing me on one side, my core, my obliques have to stay really tight and engaged to keep me in place and be able to create that force with the shoulder and the arm. So that's the exercise you're probably already doing. So instead of going for double arm press or sitting down, go with one side at a time. It's not only gonna hit your shoulders and triceps, your obliques are gonna be on fire. Okay, another exercise you're probably already doing, walking lunges, right? Or lunges in place. Any variation of a lunge, you have weights. Simple tweak, all the weight into one side. Same thing, your body has to keep you stable and prevent rotation, right? So I'm gonna do the same exercise, but if the weight is just on one side, my core can never relax. So now I'm just not working the legs, I'm working the core all the time, okay? Now, if you wanna take it to a whole new level, then here's what you do. The same thing, we can combine it. One side only, but we're gonna go overhead. And we're gonna do the lunge same way. Okay, so now it's way more engaged on the core, and you can even combine those two exercises. Okay, so you can press and lunge, exercises you're probably already doing, but doing it this way, you'll get better results. You'll probably save some time in the gym, and you'll break the plateau, because guess what? Let's face it, you're probably giving your body the same stimulus over and over, and if you don't give your body a reason to change, something new to adapt to, you're probably not going to see better results or any different results than what you've already done. So these are ways that you can do the same stuff but better stimulus. Let's say another exercise, simple. You probably already are doing push-ups, right? Whether you do regular push-ups or on your knees, guess what? If we bring a knee in, we're doing that leg raise, that core, and a plank motion in the same as you're creating force, so it's even better, harder to stabilize. Your abs are going to have to contract harder, and you don't have to do a single sit-up. You're activating not just the upper abs or the lower abs or the obliques, but your whole core, your whole abdominal wall, from the back to the sides to the front. So you can do the push-ups. Instead of just regular push-ups, you can bring your knee in. If you want to focus more on obliques, you bring the knee out to the side. Okay, if that's too hard for you, then you can simply lift one leg to the back. Anytime you take one leg up or one arm out, or anything you do that it creates instability, your core has to work on keeping in the same place. Now, if you add force, strength contraction, a movement that you have to do in that position is twice as effective to get the core. So there you have it. Don't worry about more crunches or more crunch variations. Start with what you're doing and start tweaking and think, okay, how can I actually get the core more involved without having to spend another hour in the gym just to focus on those abs. So those are just 3 exercises. If you want dozens of variations, or actually better yet, if you don't want to worry about, oh man, how should I write my workouts? What should I do each day? What do I eat? What supplements do I take? If you want my team and I to help you with everything, diet, nutrition, supplements, training, mindset, everything, just go to elite-raw.com, try a free session on us. If you like it, if you love it, you can become a client. If you don't, hey, then at least you got a free workout, a great free workout, and we can part as friends. All right, elite-raw.com. I'll see you next time.